5 Piaggio Typhoon. We got them here in North America in, I believe, 1998. I think the last one was 2012. We're kind of like the bigger style 2T Piaggio scooter. My plans with this one are to probably kind of restore it-ish. Definitely upgrade the motor. Like I mentioned in another video, I do have an MHR Malossi RC1 engine that is needs a home, so that might find its way into here. Yeah, I'm probably gonna paint this one the Malossi colors from like '96, like all like the white stickers and the 3-color fluorescent red, orange, and green or yellowy. And yeah, just redo a bunch of stuff, try and make it sweet. I already mounted slicks on it. I don't know if those are gonna stay, but currently there's a bunch of stuff that's wrong with it. All the plastics are there. They're just not on it right now, but I do have them. Originally when I got it, it didn't have a motor. That's a motor out of a Derby Atlantis. Over there is the motor for this guy right now. Those are the original Typhoon cases with a DR70 kit that I got with the bike, and some Malossi bits. There's Malossi trans parts, Malossi intake, 24mm carb. I got a couple of different Leo Vince pipes in the garage. They're just but they're better than nothing, I guess. So the story behind this actually is I got it on trade for doing a bunch of work on a guy's scooters. He had a 65 Indian Vespa and a couple of twist and goes. He had a Derby Predator and a couple other ones that weren't running. So I fixed them up in exchange for what you see here. It's got a bunch of issues / things that I'm going to start with. Trying to shed weight on it because it's a very heavy scooter. I mean, it's not super heavy, but it's heavier than my Dio, which I kind of want to try and put on a diet. So I started with the front wheel. And as you can see down here, trying to get the brake off. One of these was stuck in, so I'm going to have to extract that bolt. It is fully seized in there and the head broke off, but no big deal. I'll show a method that I use to get that out. Probably going to put it in the mill, drill a hole through the middle of it and heat it up and try breaking it free that way. When you drill a hole through the middle, you actually relieve some of the tension that builds up in between the threads. What happens is the thread will rust either in the root there. You can see there's kind of a bunch of rust all down in there. And when it rusts in the root, what will happen is it will squeeze the outer material, like squeeze into it, making the bolt super tight. The other thing can happen is that it can rust from the backside as well. So you can see there, it looks kind of rusty. So it could be a combination of things. It also kind of looks a little crooked, so maybe the previous owner cross-threaded it in there. But we'll find all of that out shortly. So when I put these tires on, I also made an aluminum bearing spacer for the front wheel, just to get rid of the steel one. And I'm getting rid of the OEM Speedo stuff. So over here, over here we have the original spacers. Here they are here. They're steel, and the original Speedo drive, which we're going to nuke that out of there. So I've made a one-piece spacer that eliminates the factory one. I just have to mill a notch onto it, similar to that one. I'll probably be doing it tonight. And then yeah, shed a little bit of weight there as well. Probably run an electric speedo when the time comes. So yeah, let's do that first. Let's mill this. So unfortunately, I already turned these. Otherwise, I would have showed you that. But they're just a piece of 1-inch aluminum with a 15.25 millimeter hole drilled through the middle, just for clearance. It's a 15 millimeter axle. And yeah, I'm just gonna wing this flat on there. It's not super critical. Always a battle to try and find a pair of safety glasses. So yeah, just trying to replicate that notch on there. Again, not really critical. There's just a notch on the fork to keep this from spinning normally. So I'm just gonna put that on this. Looks all right. So now let's throw this on there. There's the two spacers. You got the disc side, which is nothing fancy, just a straight spacer. Again, I already turned these up, otherwise I would show you making them, but there was not a whole lot going on there. And then we have the speedometer replacement side, which just has a little notch cut out of it to clear the notch of the work down there. And you can see here we got the notch kind of sits on the notch on the leg. Got the other one on, and the wheel sits relatively straight-ish. I'm extremely lazy, and yeah, head over to the mill and see if we can't get this out. Now, just grab a small center drill. And I'm going to try marking the center of the bolt so I can drill through it. So the only reason I'm using the heat gun is I'm out of propane, but this will work. You just want to get it warm. Gonna be a fighter. So I can see as I was twisting that I had already, since I'd broken the head off, there was already a spot that was already stressed, and it immediately broke there. So let's drill some more out. Not gonna get so lucky with this one. Also now it's very hot. fall. So it seems I was right. The bolt was cross-threaded in there on an angle. Was able to get it out. Gonna put a Healy coil in there, but I'm out of M8 Healy coils, so I'll have to pick some up tomorrow. Probably through the magic of camera. That will be in a few seconds. So through the magic of TV / the internet, I was able to get a M8 Healy coil today and install it. Yeah, so that's good to be reinstalled now. I also, my camera died last night, so I kept working for another small amount of time. But, I took the mount off and took a piece of 5/8 pipe, drilled a hole through the middle of it for the through bolt of the swing arm, and then took a 5/8 ball nose end mill and kind of eyeballed it where I think I want to shorten it to, and just ran that through so that it sits in nice and flush. And then I'm going to weld it here shortly and buck this off once I'm done. Maybe reinforce that end plate. We shall see.